Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new chapter in my review channel. It's been a year since the conclusion of my favorite show, A Million Little Things. Although I thought I was finished with talking about the series on this channel again, after watching it again a year after its conclusion, I was compelled to tackle it again, but in a different way than I'm used to. This new chapter begins with a two-parter. In the first part, I'll be providing an overarching analysis of the entire series. This format will continue for future videos, so please subscribe for future content. Unlike my future videos, however, this video will also include me recounting my initial encounters with the series, and how that sparked something new about television series unlike ever before. In the second part of this analysis, which will hopefully premiere next week, I'll be breaking down the top 10 emotional moments from the show and dive deep into the crucial moments and scenes, something I never had the opportunity to do during my previous formatted videos. This series has been the heart and soul of my channel since its inception. Even though it wasn't my first review, it's the one I've poured the most of myself into, covering each season even when I thought I had given up on my channel. So without any hesitation, please join me in expressing my love letter for the series A Million Little Things. Chapter 1. Initial Encounter. My initial encounter with this profoundly emotional resonating narrative was the series' first ever trailer on YouTube. Although out of curiosity, I clicked on the trailer, once I was halfway through it, I had given up on the series. Even with many familiar casts within the series' ensemble, it failed to pique my interest. That all changed one Friday night. After 7 to 8 episodes had already premiered, with no plans for the night, I decided to dive in headfirst, without a clue of what I was getting myself into. From the second I started to watch the pilot, I experienced a new appreciation for television entertainment. From the opening sequence of 4 friends having to deal with life's difficulties, to the rest of the episode dealing with the tragic death of one of those 4 friends marked a heavy emotion within me. Seeing the facets of human emotions depicted in the truest form, a type of television genre that I was unfamiliar with at the time, meant that night I had entered a new foray into TV genres. After that heavy-hearted pilot, I could not stop. I had to continue and see where the narrative went. Witnessing the dramas of life through friendships and the tragedies that comes during those moments was something I could relate to on a human level. My only regret that I still carry to this day was ignoring that trailer halfway through, knowing that if I had kept watching the trailer, maybe I could have been one of those dedicated fans from the beginning, being invested in the lives and dramas of the friend group. Watching the series weekly after that became a comforting crutch. Even though back in my head I knew that these people were fictional characters, it was at times hard to hold back my tears. The stories the narrative tackled made me feel seen for the first time. The dramas and tragedies that the narrative tackled shocked me as the series went on, and it became a pivotal cornerstone in my life. Other than watching the series as it aired, I also listened to the weekly official series' podcast, which gave me a deeper look into each episode, and even starting my own podcast on it for a while during the pandemic lockdown, which made me feel even more connected with the series than ever before. Over the series' run, I had always felt connected to the group of friends on the show who, just like me, struggled on a daily basis, and yet still found the joys in living life to the fullest. This profound reminder and connection is something that I still carry to, even to this day, even after the series has been off the air for a year. Chapter 2. The Realistic Approach to Storytelling. While all fictional narratives have their share of unrealistic elements, A Million Little Things stands out with its unique approach to storytelling. It strives to create a narrative that authentically addresses the issues it tackles, drawing from real-life experiences of the show's creator DJ Nash and his team of writers. This commitment to authenticity, which extends to seeking guidance from professional consultants and doing more to address the issues, including creating PSA videos, makes the series relatable to everyone at some point, setting it apart from other television narratives. Even at times when viewers cannot directly relate to the struggles and drama that's being depicted, the series still portrays issues that can be related globally. From alcohol addiction, depression, and mental trauma to cancer, each of these stories imparts valuable lessons for the viewers, fostering understanding on a massive scale, prompting viewers to become more self-aware of their surroundings and recognizing and empathizing in situations they may not have been able to do before. Whether it's recognizing the signs when it comes to someone facing depression and giving them the proper supporting system, or recognizing the deep importance of a friend group, the series serves a platform for meaningful reflection. These types of narrative captivates the audience and keeps them engaged for long emotional payoffs. Whether the emotional payoffs are of joys or sadness, incorporating these realistic approaches adds the necessary shock value to each episode. Witnessing a series that is not unafraid of taking big risks in telling an authentic story and still acknowledges that due to its status as a fictional narrative, it can take gripping twists as well is the way to tell a story. From the second season finale of Eddie getting involved in a hit and run, leaving his fate and mobility in question, to the heart-wrenching arc of Gary fighting with cancer over the final 2 seasons, this narrative does it in a way that is authentic as it can be in a fictional setting. Yet doing so also mirrors how unpredictable life is. It isn't an easy straight line, but a curve with many twists and turns that most times have profound consequences on life. The ability for a fictional narrative to transform itself from just a mere fictional narrative to a gut-wrenching authentic fictional narrative is a feat to be praised above anything else. Chapter 3. Friend Group. The friend group depicted in the series is like something out of a fairy tale, a close-knit circle that weathers the storm of hurt and celebrates both the joys and sorrows of life together. It all began with a fateful encounter when four guys found themselves stuck in an elevator. During that experience, they shared personal stories, forging a deep friendship that would stand the test of time. As the years passed, the group expanded, with some members getting married and starting families. This group of friends, bound by connection that transcends circumstances, becomes a supportive family for each other. The chance encounter in the elevator grew into a tight-knit community, a rare find where spending time together is always cherished, laughter is abundant, and important life moments are celebrated. Despite personal struggles such as Eddie's battle with alcoholism and the group's collective effort to support him in sobriety, or Gary's fight against breast cancer with the friends rallying behind him through chemo and surgery, it was John's suicide that shocked the group to its core. It forced them to rediscover the true meaning of their friendship, realizing that the fragile glass of camaraderie so easily formed could just as easily shatter. Gary's poignant words from the first episode encapsulates this realization.
The last time we said anything deep was when we were in that elevator. We were more honest with each other before we were friends. Now we do this. We sit shoulder to shoulder like guys, like we're doing right now. And the truth, the very sad truth, is that we don't really know each other.
This statement changes the entire core of the friend group, changing the dynamics that once was to what the show portrays now. Throughout the series, the friend group faces numerous challenges that test their bond, putting them at odds with each other. Yet the resilience and beauty of this friendship prevails. Despite the hurt, after a brief period of healing, they unfailingly come back to each other. Navigating the perils of life, this group explores the beauty and ugliness faced along the way. The enduring closeness ensures that they never tackle these challenges alone. They are there for each other, constantly rediscovering the essence of true friendship and collectively facing the realities of life. Chapter 4. The perfect blend of comedy and drama. Life isn't just a story filled with hardships and tragedies. What makes life worth living is the joys and laughter shared amongst those closest to you and yourself. You will always remember moments in your life, especially the joyous occasions you share with those around you. From a storytelling perspective, adding that glimmer of comedy will inject a sense of hope for the viewers amidst all the relatable real-life dealings these characters face in each episode. Striking a delicate balance for such a series as this one becomes crucial, knowing that the levity cannot outweigh the message that is being represented on screen. The series becomes an example of what a dramedy should be. With many talented actors with a background in comedy, the balance is struck naturally, seamlessly blending drama and comedy. Nowhere is this balance more evident than the scenes that features the friend group together. With all the personal sufferings they are dealing with, the times when they're together, they show support for each other, elevating the mood with comfort and laughter. This natural representation of a friend group who is there at any time of your life, no matter the circumstances, marks the series as not just a powerful representation of social issues around the world, but also a representation of the ultimate friend group. A group that withers from difficulty and shares the most important times, bonding and laughing in each other's company. Many effects can happen with comedy, from creating inspiring hopes that they too can have such amazing friends as portrayed in the series, to the smaller pictures of how the laughters on screen is bringing such levity into the lives of fans of the series. Chapter 5. Soundtrack. Music is an integral part of why this series resonates with me on a deeper level. Each carefully chosen piece enhances specific moments, intensifying every scene. While many series uses music to set the mood, what sets this show apart is the unique touch of its musical composer, Gabriel Mann. He skillfully remixes covers to perfectly match the scene at hand, elevating these crafted covers to a powerful level. From the opening scene of the pilot, where Mann sings a cover of All the Things I've Done by The Killers, syncing the beat and rhythm to the opening tension, it introduces a new dimension to the storytelling. As the season progresses, Mann's cover becomes a rarity, but each time they appear, there's a palpable need to pay closer attention, knowing the significance they carry. These musical gems are still on my playlist today. Whenever I listen to Mann's covers, I'm transported back to the impactful scenes they were used in. Whether it's Mann's rendition of Against All Odds, where he talks TJ off from taking his own life, or End of the Innocents, beautifully concluding the 4th season, these songs are etched in my memory. Not to mention the final 2 songs in the series, Strangers and For Good, underscoring Gary's poignant journey through cancer. Strangers, accompanying Gary and Maggie's wedding during the penultimate episode, and For Good, in Gary's final moments, elevates an already great scene into television beauty. Whether it's Mann's covers or original tracks, these songs have become an integral part of my musical experience. From classics like Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls to Mann's own renditions, if you haven't explored these covers from the series, I think now is the perfect time to start. Chapter 6, The Ending. The conclusion of any series is a bittersweet moment, evoking a blend of joy and sadness as familiar characters find closure and the realization sets in that the journey is coming to an end. A Million Little Things masterfully captures this emotional roller coaster, providing certain closure and intensifying the relatableness of the series, leaving you pondering how your own story might conclude. The narrative dares to deviate from the typical formula of ensuring every character achieves a fairy tale ending. From Regina's loss in the city council race to Gary confronting his battle with cancer and seeking autonomy over his final moments, the series embraces the rarity of portraying genuine, unfiltered loss in the realm of fictional television. The show weaves a narrative that resonates with profound meaning, inviting viewers to reflect on the complexities of existence. Throughout the 5-season journey of this series, the narrative navigates the landscape marked by tragedies, prompting the audience to question whether the investment in time and emotion was worthwhile. As the series draws to a close, the anticipation of happiness prevailing is met with a twist, stirring both tears and powerful goodbyes. Gary's final breath becomes a poignant moment that lingers, tugging at the heart of the viewers and the friend group he has developed. His passing is met with a flood of emotions, as the audience and the friend group bid farewell, reminiscing about the mistakes, joys, and the familiar bond forged during his life. Gary's legacy is profound, a testament to a life lived authentically. The conclusion admirably intertwines life's happy and painful facets, leaving an indelible impact that transcends the screen. And yet the narrative extends beyond the series' endpoint, offering a glimpse into the characters' futures. Javier, who was a mere infant when Gary passed away, turned 16, illustrating the passage of time. The enduring strength of the friend group, bound by the torch of friendship, reminded by Gary during the pilot, is showcased in a heartwarming manner. The series concludes not with an end, but a continuum, as Gary's presence lives on in his son's life, with poignant videos ensuring that the legacy of friendship persists through the next generation. In essence, A Million Little Things crafts a powerful and emotionally charged conclusion, skillfully balancing the intricate threads of joy, sorrow, and the enduring legacy of friendship. Thank you for watching and indulging me in going down memory lanes of the series that is so deeply personal to me. Rewatching this series and writing this analysis has been the most fun I've had making content since I started my channel, and I hope this new format is something that everyone can enjoy and follow more easily as well. The new chapter that awaits me, covering other series that I have deeply enjoyed in this new format, is something I'm looking forward to, and I couldn't have started this new era without the series that I go back to over and over again. A Million Little Things isn't just a TV series, it's a profound exploration of friendship, loss, and the complexities of life. From the dynamics of friendship groups to its powerful soundtrack, this series stands out as a significant creative achievement. In the next part of my analysis, we'll delve deep into the top 10 emotional moments from the series, and I'm also curious, which series like this one have impacted your life the most? This new chapter is just the beginning, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now. Be sure to leave a like, share the video with your friends, and click the notification bell to stay up to date on upcoming content. And I look forward to having you join me again soon for the second part of this analysis and my future endeavors on this channel, no matter where the path takes me.